Alright, well, hopefully this is a good quality video. It is day 4 of the missions trip. We drew 75 miles northeast, and we went to Sundance, Wyoming. It's a little town. It was really cool. We woke up, ate breakfast, then we went out to Devil's Peak, so it's the first time I've ever seen that. It was really cool. I'm severely afraid of heights, but my fear's getting better. But it was really cool to see. It was very high up. It kind of looked like a massive tree stump, but it was really cool. Then we went out to Sundance. We ate lunch. We had a little trouble finding help, and then we found some people. Half of us went, and they had like these little plant things for gardens, like mobile gardens for seniors and senior citizens, and half of our group went and helped finish those, made them really sturdy. And then the other half that I was in, we went to this guy Ed's house, and he was a old veteran, and we mowed his yard, trimmed a bunch of tree branches and bushes, and tore down an old doghouse, and we just really cleaned up his yard. It looked really nice, and there was no way he was going to ever be able to do that, so it was really good that we were able to do that. Today is the 29th, so I will be reading Proverbs 29. I am reading a different version today. That way, hopefully it's a little better to understand, because some versions are easier to understand than others. So I'm gonna be reading from the ESV version. It's my favorite version. So this is Proverbs 29. He who is often reproved yet stiffens his neck will suddenly be broken beyond healing. When the righteous increase, the people rejoice, but when the wicked rule, the people groan. He who loves wisdom makes his father glad, but a companion of prostitutes squanders his wealth. By justice a king builds up the land, but he who exacts gifts tears it down. A man who flatters his neighbor spreads a net for his feet. An evil man is ensnared in his transgression, but a righteous man sings and rejoices. A righteous man knows the rights of the poor. A wicked man does not understand such knowledge. Scoffers set a city aflame, but the wise turn away from wrath. If a wise man has an argument with a fool, the fool only rages and laughs, and there is no quiet. Bloodthirsty men hate one who is blameless, and seek the life of the upright. A fool gives full vent to his spirit, but a wise man quietly holds it back. If a ruler listens to falsehood, all his officials will be wicked. The poor man and the oppressor meet together. The Lord gives light to the eyes of both. If a king faithfully judges the poor, his throne will be established forever. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself brings shame to his mother. When the wicked increase, transgression increases, but the righteous will look upon their downfall. Discipline your son, and he will give you rest. He will give delight to your heart. Where there is no prophetic vision, the people cast off restraint. But blessed is he who keeps the law. By mere words a servant is not disciplined, for though he understands, he will not respond. Do you see a man who is hasty in his words? There is more hope for a fool than for him. Whoever pampers his servant from childhood will in the end find him his heir. A man of wrath stirs up strife, and one given to anger causes much transgression. One's pride will bring him low, but he who is lowly in spirit will obtain honor. The partner of a thief hates his own life. He hears the curse but discloses nothing. The fear of man lays a snare, but whoever trusts in the Lord is safe. Many seek the face of a ruler, but it is from the Lord that a man gets justice. An unjust man is an abomination to the righteous, but one whose way is straight is an abomination to the wicked. A lot of good stuff in there, but man, Proverbs is always such an interesting book. An unjust man is an abomination to the righteous, but one who is straight is an abomination to the wicked. Those two are opposites. They'll never see eye to eye. So, yesterday I talked about accountability. Um, Today I'm going to talk about putting up with people, and that's the thing, we're not supposed to put up with people. And that's kind of been part of our devos this week on this mission trip. And God tells us not to put up with people, but to be able to love and live with them. And it's hard to love people. It really is. This week I've butted heads with someone, and they've butted heads with me. We've gotten on each other's nerves, and sometimes we've done not nice things, but that's not okay. And it's really hard, especially when they do little things to annoy you, or even if they don't annoy you. Say something is your pet peeve, like chewing with your mouth open. If someone just smacks their lips, that is my biggest pet peeve. It always has been. And it is the biggest thing that annoys me, and it's hard to ignore. I pick it out so easily, and I've been doing my best to ignore it this week. And I feel like it's good practice because I have a little brother who does it, and sometimes I just snap at him, and that's not okay. That's wrong of me. And it's hard. It can be really hard, but making that change, it's hard, but it's so worth it in the end. I love my little brother, but when I snap at him, that just tears us apart, and that's not what I want. That's not what he wants. It's not what anyone wants. It's not what God wants us to do. He wants me to love him and teach him and help him grow in his faith. And if I'm just snapping at him because something stupid like that annoys me, that's me letting something irritate me and letting my anger overflow and tear us apart. And that's what Satan wants. And God wants us to have patience. Patience can be a very hard thing to have, and I've struggled with it a lot. This week has been a struggle with patience, but I think that it's a means to an end. It's helping me grow, it's helping me practice, and it's helped me learn to love people in a way that I've never been able to love before. And I don't know, it's just been life-changing. It sounds dumb, but it has been. It's been life-changing, and it has helped me so much. And my only hope is that everyone on this mission trip will just continue to use what they learned here and not just immediately forget it and go back to the ways that they were. That's what I hope for me, most of all. I don't want to just go back to snapping at my brother every time he smacks his lips when he eats. I just want to have patience. Just let it go. So that's my final thought for the night. How can you have patience with other people? How can you have patience enough to love them? How can you love them so much that you ignore every annoying thing they do? Ignore everything that bothers you and just love them no matter what they do to you. It's hard, but that's my final thought for this evening. So, fourth day, tomorrow we head home, and once I get home, I'll do another video and tell you how it goes. Good night.